My name is Kenny Lamb. I'm a producer and manager working with Arkansas's top musicians. Being a star takes more than talent. It takes hard work and a lot of determination.
You know, it is a tough life that we've chosen here. You know, nothing is guaranteed.
The thing that's really great about music is it kind of gets in your DNA a little bit.
It's incredibly intimidating to walk the same stage my idols have walked.
Here in Rogers, we help young artists take the next step in their careers. But at the end of the day, it's all about the music. We're at the Walmart Amp in Rogers, Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas has a lot of great clubs and smaller venues, and I think it really needed something that could hold the kind of crowd the Amp can hold. It's a 10,000-seat amphitheater. It's the largest outdoor venue in Arkansas. It's a great environment to see a show. You have a lawn seating area. You have great intimate seating, which is really unusual to have kind of the best of both here. All right, guys, so I brought you here for a reason. Some of the biggest acts in the world have played here, and at some point in your journey, right here is gonna have to feel like home. Yeah. Sierra and Caleb are both from Rogers, and I thought, you know, they need to walk out on this stage. This is a world-class venue in their backyard. So I wanted you to take a minute, maybe hear your voices, just get used to it, get a feel for it. You get a sense of singing to over 1,000 people. And I thought it might inspire them, it might remind them where they're supposed to be and what they're working towards.
It's cold, it's dark, you can't see a thing. You walk out on stage and all of a sudden it actually feels like the real moment.
All I can think about is just all the artists that I've seen perform on that stage.
Favorite concert was the Lumineers.
Sheryl Crow.
30 Seconds to Mars.
And Zach Brown Band.
Hailstorm and Godsmack. It's cool to get to see them come to Rogers, and yeah, I've seen a lot of great artists.
So Sierra, why don't you get up on the mic and see how your voice sounds here.
As a 17-year-old, it's incredibly intimidating to walk the same stage that some of my idols have walked.
And in front of all those seats, I don't think I've ever seen that many people in one place before. So to imagine performing my art in front of them, definitely intimidating.
You could tell she was very comfortable walking out, but you could also tell that it was an overwhelming feeling and a lot different from playing a coffee shop or a restaurant or some of the types of shows that she's played already.
Just imagining my friends and family sitting on this lawn, watching me perform, it would be a dream come true.
Nice.
It would be very scary to be singing in front of 10,000 people. I'm falling out of the cloud, take me back to the days when we can... It would just be amazing. I mean, to have that many people channeled into you while you're performing, that's you can't really describe that. No track of time, if you're not living in the moment you die, it's okay.
You know, when I met Caleb, I was just blown away. I thought, wow, this guy is, he's got everything it takes to do what he wants to do. He understands that it's about the work, you know, the talent is the starting place, and then it's about making it happen. There's a lot of talent in Northwest Arkansas. An artist named Barrett Baber is someone I've worked with for several years. And Barrett worked his way from playing the small clubs all the way up to playing this stage.
You know, that is part of the dream come true for a lot of us who are chasing this dream, is to be able to walk out onto a big stage like that. I'm one of the fortunate ones to be able to do that.
When he got out there, he was ready for it. So it kind of reminded me of Sierra's story and Caleb's story, how they're on their way, and every step is crucial. Every step is part of the journey.
I've had a lot of really great experiences, really high highs with music and some really low lows with music. But to be here today and to do this was just a really great reminder of where I want to go with music. Because that band on stage, that band that brings in 10,000 people, that's who I want to be.
You know what we got to do right now? Get back to work.
Yeah.
You know what we got to do? We just got to get to it. So, right on. You know, the road to here It starts in those writers' rooms. It starts in those recording sessions. You know, all those little moments that seem like they're not the big thing really are the stepping stones to the bigger things.
I clicked this at 145.
Will we do the stop at the end of that first verse? Do we need the 5?
Yeah, he can sing the 5, Brian. You know?
Yeah. You know, because
Let's try this one, see how we feel about tempo. And then anything else, Brian? Some water, or grapes?
So my name's Kenny Lamb. I've been a songwriter in Nashville for the past 20 years. I started out my career in New York as a staff songwriter for Warner Chappell. I kind of evolved into a producer and into a manager. And I've been writing and producing music and helping artists land record deals and develop talent in Nashville for a long time.
Anytime there's a connection with Nashville, regardless of where you are, there's an opportunity for a pipeline to be created where artists from a town like Rogers can start doing more in Nashville, even though it's 8-9 hours away. All it takes is knowing the right people, knowing how to create music and who to call to create it at the highest level. And that's where Kenny can be a connector. Did I wait too long?
where'd the guitar go?
There's a snap. Maybe it's just getting the feel going. It's close. It's one of those, can we just do one chorus at this click one time, see how it sounds, man? And then we'll try the other way.
We started working together. I initially, asked him to listen to some of my songs. I knew he was a great songwriter, a hit songwriter, and it's played a huge role for me in getting my records sounding the way that I really want them to, and I've always dreamed they would, and can continue to do that for aspiring artists coming up in Rogers.
It's a great take, man. That's what she needs. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the groove, guys.
I met Sierra in Rogers, Arkansas, and she was playing a small gig at the Arts Academy where she goes to school. And I heard her tone, her voice, and immediately thought, wow, she's got something. Sierra is such a throwback. She's got a voice that sounds like the 70s, but she's also very current with her sound. There's so much unknown as you're getting out of high school, and there's so much unknown to the music business and a career in music. What does it look like? How do I do this?
Thank you.
I'm heading to Onyx Coffee Lab to meet Sierra and talk about her career goals and where she sees herself going over the next few years.
Hey, Sierra.
Hey.
So I know you're a senior now. You're starting to get a little buzz going with your music, but I know you're thinking about college.
Obviously, I've been debating. This is a big step, leaving high school.
So I'm looking at college versus industry for the next year. I've applied to a lot of schools.
Working on essays and audition videos, and also, trying to balance my music career.
Kenny's played such a role as a mentor to Sierra. He's helped her to kind of figure out who she wants to be as an artist and also what she wants to pursue.
And if I didn't go to college, that would mean either working from here and traveling to places like Nashville and New York City.
I'm so passionate about both. Academics have always been really important to me, but music is my passion.
College is something that you can do while you're doing your music career, I believe.
Absolutely.
Just a great way to meet other collaborators, to start to test out your music on your crew. The other side of it, really, to be honest with you, is the business side of it. If you can learn some business elements in college, I feel like it could really serve your career because, you need to be CEO of Sierra Inc.
Yeah.
This is that time, and it's very empowering. It's like, this is your direction.
I mean, I don't know what to do. I want both.
Yeah.
So the decision's a tough one for sure.
I think you can do both. I think college is a great place to incubate a music career, and I think a smart songwriter is a good songwriter.
He's been an incredible guide through this journey of learning more about the industry and what that looks like.
I think he helped Sierra believe that she could make it too. Someone from his business saying, hey, I think you have something. I think that meant a lot to her.
For sure.
I think from a young age, music was always my therapy. I'm a very social person, so I take my energy from other people, and music was always my retreat. It was a way for me to reflect and kind of figure out how I felt. When I was first picking up my guitar, I took lessons originally and I quit. I was like, can't do it, And I ended up picking it back up.
silly things I never went through it. Goodbye.
It's hard, you know, it's frustrating. And since music had always been, you know, my source of joy, kind of going through that patch of, wow, I can't even play an instrument, you know, it was tough. But now, it's almost as, you know, comfortable as just singing, you know, a song in the shower.
She has a broad range. The kid can belt a show tune in soprano, but at the same time, she has this really earthy and raw quality to her voice that I think is kindred to Joni Mitchell. Sierra is the older sister. She does kind of take on the mom role. There's been a little bit of a struggle for independence from Kaya.
Oh, but then I remember what
Definitely typical sisters.
Growing up through theater, there were several roles that they were both competing for. So I think that helped mold them into who they are too, as far as one getting the role and the other not, and the other not understanding why, that kind of thing.
I think they learn and grow and are challenged by one another, and they sound beautiful together.
Well, they've been harmonizing together since they were, old enough to sing, so it's
really a sound that only sisters can make, I think.
Our life is a musical. That's what it is.
All right, so Onyx is one of my favorite places to go, whether that be to write or to get coffee or to work on homework. It's really close to my school.
So you have a gig this weekend?
Yes.
Are you ready?
I'm excited, yeah. I've been working on my set. I'm just trying to make sure that I get the word out.
So I have a gig at Fox Trail Distillery, so I'm really excited about that.
So how are you going to promote this show?
I don't know, I was hoping to talk to you a little more about that.
You know, a couple things long term that you'll always be aware of is your brand, you know?
Right.
And it can sound a little, you know, markety, but really it's just another way to express yourself,
Yeah.
you know, through your art and your music.
Yeah, I want Sierra to meet with an art director to start thinking like she's running a business, you know, to start thinking about her brand.
As far as building that brand, you know, you have to create something that without looking at me or hearing my music tells my story.
It's really not advertising, it's about just another voice for yourself.
You know, it's a way to represent yourself to other possible partners, you know, managers, producers. If you think about it in that way, it'll help you kind of design it in ways that tell a story about you that not only you want your fans to hear, but you also can show people in the industry what you're about through your platform.
Right, absolutely.
That being said, you do need some help, so I really want you to meet Demetrius and Jackson,
Okay.
art director and graphic designer, do some awesome work. So maybe you can create some cool promo to hand out and to, you know, get the word out about your show.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I'm influenced by the 90s music. It was just a big part of my growing up and something that just kind of embedded itself into my soul.
The scary part about being a 17-year-old doing music and putting your life out there is being 17 and putting all of you out there.
Barrett Baber is kind of a classic hometown hero. He's been working hard at it for a long time. He's had all the talent in the world. As we all know, it just takes going after it, and he certainly did.